Ever wonder just how clean the air you're breathing is? In the grand scheme of things, we often take the very air we breathe for granted. Yet, the quality of this vital life source varies dramatically from place to place. As we journey across the United States, we uncover a tale of 5 states where the air isn't quite as fresh as you might expect. Air pollution is an invisible enemy that's often overlooked, but its impact on our environment and public health is significant. It's a complex issue, with various forms of pollutants contributing to the problem. These can range from particulate matter, tiny particles that can penetrate deep into our lungs, to noxious gases like nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide, and ozone. All of these substances can have severe health implications, contributing to respiratory conditions, heart disease, and even premature death. But where do these pollutants come from? Well, several sources contribute to air pollution. Industrial activities, for instance, release a large amount of these harmful substances into the atmosphere. The burning of fossil fuels for electricity, heat, and transportation is another major contributor. Now imagine living in a place where these pollutants are part of your daily life. Picture a state where the air you breathe is tainted with the byproducts of industry and human activity. This is the reality for many people living in some parts of the United States. The pursuit of progress, while beneficial in many ways, has also left a mark on our environment, and the air we breathe has paid the price. But which states bear the brunt of this issue? Where does the air quality raise the most concern? It's time to pull back the veil on the top 5 most polluted states in America. These are the places where a breath of fresh air might not be as refreshing as you'd hope. Let's dive into the top 5 most polluted states in America, shall we? Starting our countdown at number 5, we have Ohio. Ohio, the Buckeye State, has a rich industrial history that has transformed its landscape and economy over the years. The state's industrial activities have been a double-edged sword, bringing both prosperity and pollution. Ohio's manufacturing sector is particularly noteworthy. It's a powerhouse of production, churning out everything from automobiles to aircraft parts. This sector, however, is also a significant contributor to the state's pollution levels. The manufacturing process often involves the use of chemicals and heavy machinery, both of which can emit harmful pollutants into the air. The state's steel industry, centered around cities like Cleveland and Youngstown, is another major player. These factories, with their towering smokestacks, have been a symbol of Ohio's industrial might. But they've also been a source of air pollution, releasing soot and other particulates that can impact local air quality. Now, it's not just the air that's affected. Ohio's rivers and lakes have also felt the impact of industrial activity. Waste from factories often finds its way into these water bodies, leading to water pollution. This not only affects the aquatic life but also the communities that rely on these water sources. In recent years, Ohio has been working to address these issues. There have been efforts to transition to cleaner energy sources, improve waste management practices, and encourage businesses to adopt more sustainable operations. But the legacy of its industrial past remains a significant challenge. Ohio's story serves as a stark reminder of the environmental cost of industrialization. It's a testament to the delicate balance we must strike between economic development and environmental preservation. The state's struggle with pollution underscores the need for continued vigilance and proactive measures to protect our air and water. Now, let's move a bit westward to our number 4 spot. In the 4th position, we find ourselves in Indiana. Indiana, nestled in the heartland of America, has a rich history of industrial activity. From the bustling factories of South Bend to the power plants dotting the Wabash River, this state has long been a beacon of American manufacturing and energy production. But with these industries comes a cost, and in Indiana's case, that cost is air pollution. Indiana's manufacturing sector is a titan of industry, producing everything from automobiles to medical equipment. But these factories, as important as they are to the economy, emit a cocktail of pollutants into the air. These pollutants include particulate matter, nitrogen oxides, and volatile organic compounds, all of which can have detrimental effects on both the environment and human health. Add to this the state's power generation facilities. Indiana is one of the top consumers of coal in the United States, and the burning of this fossil fuel releases sulfur dioxide and mercury into the atmosphere. These substances can lead to acid rain, harm aquatic life, and even contribute to respiratory problems in people. But it's not just the factories and power plants contributing to Indiana's air pollution woes. The state's traffic, particularly around its urban areas like Indianapolis, adds to the problem. Cars, trucks, and buses belch out carbon monoxide and other harmful pollutants, further exacerbating the issue. What's being done about this? Well, there are initiatives in place to transition towards cleaner energy sources and to limit emissions from factories. It's a slow process, but progress is being made. However, it's important to note that while Indiana's air quality is a concern, it's not alone in facing this issue. Many states, and indeed countries around the world, grapple with the balance between industrial activity and environmental health. It's a complex issue, one that requires thoughtful action and cooperation at all levels. Next, we're headed to the East Coast for our number 3 spot. Coming in at number 3, we have Pennsylvania. Now you might be wondering, how did this state earn such an unfortunate ranking? Well, to understand that, we need to take a step back and look at Pennsylvania's industrial history. Pennsylvania has been a significant player in the industrial sector for centuries, with a rich history of manufacturing and production. But the state's most notorious claim to fame, or rather infamy, is its historical reliance on coal. For years, the Keystone State was the heart of America's coal country, powering the nation while simultaneously shrouding its landscapes in a cloud of coal dust. This reliance on coal has had a significant impact on Pennsylvania's air quality. Coal mining and burning release various pollutants into the atmosphere, including sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxides, and particulate matter. These pollutants are not only harmful to the environment, causing issues like acid rain and contributing to climate change, but they're also detrimental to human health, leading to respiratory issues and other serious conditions. But it's not just the coal industry that's to blame here. Pennsylvania is also home to a number of other industrial activities that contribute to the state's air quality concerns. These include manufacturing plants, power generation facilities, and even agriculture, all of which can emit harmful pollutants. Now, it's important to note that steps have been taken to address these issues. The state has implemented regulations to reduce emissions and encourage cleaner forms of energy. However, the effects of decades of industrial activity and coal reliance are not so easily erased. Pennsylvania's tale is a cautionary one, illustrating the long-term consequences of prioritizing industrial growth over environmental health. But it's also a story of hope and change, showing that it's possible to recognize past mistakes and work towards a cleaner, healthier future. We're halfway through our list. Let's head south for our number 2 spot. At number 2, we find ourselves in the Lone Star State, Texas. Imagine a state so vast, it could fit several other states within its borders. Now, fill that state with a bustling oil and gas industry. That's Texas for you, a powerhouse of energy production, but, unfortunately, also a significant contributor to air pollution. Texas, with its sprawling landscapes, is a titan of industry. The state is the nation's leader in oil and gas production, a sector that has fueled the economy for decades. However, this economic boon does not come without a cost. The oil and gas industry, while a powerhouse of employment and revenue, is also a major source of pollutants. These pollutants not only affect the air quality, but also have far-reaching impacts on the health of the population and the environment. Here in Texas, the oil refineries and drilling operations release a cocktail of pollutants into the air, including nitrogen oxides, sulfur dioxide, and volatile organic compounds. These pollutants can combine to form ground-level ozone, a key component of smog. High levels of ozone can lead to respiratory problems, particularly in children and the elderly, and contribute to chronic obstructive pulmonary disease and asthma. Moreover, the oil and gas industry also emits methane, a potent greenhouse gas that is over 25 times more effective at trapping heat in the atmosphere than carbon dioxide. This contributes significantly to the state's greenhouse gas emissions and consequently to climate change. It's a complex issue, with economic prosperity on one side and environmental health on the other. The challenge for Texas, and indeed for all states grappling with similar issues, is to find a balance, a way to continue to prosper while mitigating the environmental harm. And now, for the top spot on our list, and the state with the dubious honor of being the most polluted in America is California. The Golden State, known for its beautiful beaches, towering redwoods, and stunning landscapes, also holds the less desirable title of the most polluted state in the nation. This isn't just a title that's been pulled out of thin air, but one that's been earned due to a combination of factors. First up, we have the high population density. With a population numbering in the tens of millions, California's cities are some of the most densely populated in the country. More people means more cars on the road, more factories, and more pollution. Each person going about their daily life contributes to the overall air quality, And with so many people in one place, it adds up. Next, we have the industrial activities. California is home to a vibrant economy with industries ranging from technology to agriculture. While these industries contribute to the state's prosperity, they also contribute to its pollution. Factories churn out goods for consumption, but also release pollutants into the air. The agriculture industry, too, is a significant contributor, with pesticides and fertilizers adding to the mix. Finally, we have the geographical factors. California's diverse topography, while beautiful, can also contribute to its pollution problem. Valleys can trap pollutants, preventing them from dispersing and leading to pockets of poor air quality. The infamous Los Angeles smog is a prime example of this, where the city's location in a basin surrounded by mountains traps pollutants, leading to hazy skies and poor air quality. So while California may be known for its sunny skies, beneath that golden glow lurks a less sunny reality. The state's high population density, industrial activities, and geographical factors have combined to create a pollution problem that's hard to ignore. So there you have it, the top 5 most polluted states in America. Now that we've uncovered the truth about air pollution in America, what can we do about it, you may ask? The answer isn't a one-size-fits-all solution, but rather a collection of small changes that can make a big difference when done collectively. Firstly, consider reducing your energy consumption. Simple acts like switching off lights when not in use, using energy-efficient appliances, and adjusting your thermostat by a few degrees can significantly lower the demand for electricity, which in turn reduces the amount of fossil fuels burned in power plants. Secondly, take a moment to think about your consumption habits. The mantra, reduce, reuse, recycle, is more relevant now than ever. By reducing the amount of waste we generate, we can limit the need for landfill sites and incinerators, both of which contribute to air pollution. Reusing items extends their life cycle, and recycling helps to save resources. Thirdly, consider your transportation choices. Whenever possible, opt for public transportation, carpooling, biking, or walking. These alternatives not only reduce the number of vehicles on the road, but also cut down on the pollutants emitted into our air. If you must drive, consider investing in a hybrid or electric vehicle. Lastly, support businesses that prioritize sustainability. By choosing to spend our dollars with companies that value the environment, we encourage more businesses to follow suit. This can lead to a decrease in industrial pollution, as businesses strive to meet consumer demand for greener products and practices. In conclusion, while it may seem like the problem of air pollution is too grand for any one person to tackle, remember that change often begins with small steps. Each action we take to reduce pollution in our daily lives adds up, creating a ripple effect that can lead to significant improvements in our air quality. Remember, it's up to each and every one of us to do our part in reducing pollution. Together, we can make a difference.